Hey guys, I'm back. Isabel from Bel Around The World. And I know I've been missing for a while. A couple of things have happened. First being that I left Costa Rica and have been traveling on my own, so I do not have a dedicated photographer / videographer. And also I haven't been able to have a base for a while. I've just been shuffling back and forth from Bulgaria to Greece, around the Balkans, and now here I am in Poland, in Gdańsk actually, here to speak for Women in Travel Summit. Very exciting because I just came from Czech Republic where I attended my first traverse and met a bunch of digital content creators. Very exciting time for me this year because it's the first time I'm actually able to be here in Europe for an extended time and be able to attend all these events. So my schedule has been really packed, back to back to back. I've done a bunch of virtual summits and speaking through Zoom and video, things like that, but it's actually my first time actually being in a person in a conference room and speaking to a bunch of other creators. So it's very exciting. Also, Gdańsk. Wow, I wish you can see what I see. You know, when I first heard about coming to Poland, if not for Women in Travel Summit WITS, I probably would not have even put this on my radar. When I first told my parents about it, they're like, no, don't go for it. It's dangerous because it's so close to Ukraine. But oh my God, you are missing out if you've not been to Poland before, especially Gdańsk. I did not know how cute it would be. Also, because I've just spent a week in a co-living space in a small town in Switzerland surrounded by mountains, I'm feeling so relaxed and so comforted. And also I'm in this attire because I have to go to sauna, but then they're preparing. So I came back up and decided to record this for you to provide some sort of an update. Another reason why I was late in posting, even though, woohoo, I got accepted to be a paid YouTube creator, is because my video editor went MIA on me in September. So it's been a month since I've had new videos created. I'm also trying to find a video creator. If you have any recommendations, I love to take word of mouth recommendations. Before this, I was on a fam trip to Sopot, which is a small little town close to the ocean from Gdańsk. It's about 30-minute drive from Gdańsk and it is so pampering. I've not been on a press trip where the whole press trip is focused around spas and saunas and massages before. Being able to spend that 2 nights in Radisson Blu, and Radisson Blu had their own sauna, which is so fun because there were so many rooms, herbal rooms, dry saunas, wet saunas, even little foot pools for you to step in and out of in the hot and cold pool. And then we had massages, so nice, and a nice pool to swim in, jacuzzi. So I love my job as a blogger because not only do I get to blog about these experiences and share about these experiences and connect with other tourism boards and promote tourism in places that people are otherwise stereotyped against visiting, I get to share my joy for blogging and empower other bloggers to blog as well. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about attending blogger conferences like Traverse and WITS and T-Bags and the now defunct TravelCon. To be honest, after 8 years of blogging, this is actually my first time coming in person to attend these summits because even though I was traveling full-time, I was always based in Singapore, so traveling back and forth just for a conference in Europe or the US was quite difficult. So like knowing that I will be in Europe this year, I really wanted to get all in on attending these events. And wow, since coming to Europe in the middle of the year, I believe it was May, and attending first Bansko Nomad Fest, where it was a bunch of digital nomads coming together and learning different skills on remote working, on investing, on living an independent lifestyle. I found such a community over there because we know that we're all traveling and living on our own. And so there is this like unspoken bond and care towards each other that really made it really warm and like a family, like, you know, having a family away from home. So I really missed that time in Bansko. It also opened my eyes to co-living and co-working spaces, which has led me to a series of decisions relating to that afterwards, which I'll explain in due time. And then after Bansko Nomad Fest, I went traveling with my parents for a month around the Balkans, after which it was Traverse. And so Traverse was my first travel blogging conference. It's not really a travel blogging conference, but like a travel content creator conference, and it's huge in the UK. So there were a lot of UK content creators. I met up with so many bloggers whom I have only corresponded over email or online on social media before. And so when they come up to me and like, hey, are you Isabel? I'm like, yeah, you are? And then they would introduce themselves and they would say, I've been on your email list forever. I just feel so grateful and warm and fuzzy inside because, like, you know, we all have this inferiority complex where you're just not good enough. The email copies that you write are like, people are just unsubscribing or like sending messages, can you please unsubscribe me from your list? Things like that. So like hearing from actual people who say they're on my list and they enjoy my work, the content that I put out, it's really so heartwarming, and I feel like I found my tribe again. Coming from someone who's been traveling full-time, blogging, not really meeting people, doing what I do, it's really nice. It's this community that's really nice because it makes you feel like you're not alone. And I know this is rich coming from me because I've only attended conferences, blogging conferences this year, but oh my god, it's life-changing because you meet people in the industry and everyone's very supportive. You also learn a lot of stuff from all these conferences, from like photography to social media to blogging to managing your websites, things like that. And you know, you can just talk. You can talk about blogging, you can talk about TikTok, and they get it. It's not like you're trying to talk TikTok to your parents and they're like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Why are you treating social media so seriously? You know, we can actually have conversations about doing brand partnerships and help each other out and yeah, really lift each other up. It's really so nice, and I've met a bunch of friends now in the UK. And like, I like to tell this story that like when I first went to London in 2015 as a student, I really didn't like it because it was stressful, it was expensive. Everyone's just like in Singapore, you know, very inward and very business minded and not warm and friendly at all. But now that I have friends in the UK, I'm actually excited to go back there in November and have some local people, local friends show me around again. So after Traverse, thanks to Bansko Nomad Fest, I met this co-living company, Freeling, in a small town in Switzerland. So they invited me over and I was like, yeah, if I don't go now, I don't know when I'll ever be in Switzerland again. So this really came out of the blue, and I had this like 1 week pocket between Czech Republic and Wits in Poland. So I was like, yeah, I better come because it's Switzerland and it's a co-living space and it's just everything I stand for, and I really needed a place to be, to really work and catch up on work because I've been traveling and being on the road too much. So yeah, this place is called, it's close to Lausanne. It's called Petit Vélan. It was such a loving community. Like, the house was old, so it was really woody, but it has this coziness to it, and literally there is no shops. Well, maybe there are shops, but really it just feels like we're in a world of our own. And it's really nice because it really was what I needed, an escape from the city and just a place for me to unpack actually and finally get going, catching up with work. So it was nice because it was like this really warm community of Argentinians, Spanish, American, Estonian, and we were all like a family because there was nothing much to do, so we were spending a lot of time together and everyone was very friendly. And that's what I love about traveling, because it really gives you the opportunity to meet different kinds of people and We've had conversations where I've had to reevaluate why I do what I do, and we have difficult conversations and tough questions being asked, like, why do you travel? Why do you do what you do? How do you get so confident with what you do? And I was like, wow, I never thought of myself that way. And it helps me reflect on how far I've come and what I did to get to where I am today. And I absolutely love every single minute of my lifestyle, of my life. And I'm very grateful every day being able to meet different people and have these conversations, and it really is very uplifting. And then after that Switzerland episode, I came to Poland for Women in Travel Summit and to speak about SEO. Women in Travel Summit, it's a much smaller scale as compared to Traverse, which I was at previously. And as the name goes, it is centered around women. I am really glad I came here because I otherwise wouldn't have been in Poland. I otherwise would not have discovered how cute Gdansk is. And usually when people first hear about Poland, they're like, I'm not sure I want to go there. It's so close to Ukraine, which is why we travel creators are here to bust these myths. And like honestly, everyone here has been so hospitable and friendly and helpful. And there are so many cute shops and everything is running smoothly. And I like that there is crowd, but it's not that crowded as compared to when I was in the Balkans. I see buskers singing, making a living, people trying to raise money for Ukraine on the streets. 2 girls singing at the main street the other day, and it's been amazing meeting other content creators. I know this sounds like a repetitive theme, but some just beginning, some really established, some have been blogging a long time, and learn a variety of different skills from TikTok to Instagram to blogging. And I really enjoyed my talk on equipping bloggers and content creators about SEO because it is the future. Everything is on search these days, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok, you are typing keywords and searching for answers that you are trying to get answers to, like whether it's recipes or tutorials, how to unclog a toilet, things like that. You're always searching and using keywords, which is why SEO is really important. And this is one big news that I haven't yet spoken about, but I got suspended on Instagram twice. That's why I am attempting to give you guys an update over YouTube because seriously, Instagram is getting on my nerves. It first happened at the end of July, which is really annoying because I'd been growing that account since the beginning of time. I even got my fitness account Fit with Bel suspended because it was linked to my Facebook, which was hacked, and the post that I allegedly posted, which I didn't because I got hacked, went against the community guidelines. So super annoying because Instagram was basically where all my memories are, where conversations have taken place, where connections have been made. So anyway, I started a second Instagram account 2 weeks after the original one got suspended. And then I was growing my account. I mean, I wasn't growing, but I was trying to keep in touch with people I lost touch with because of my old account getting suspended. And I had about 200 plus followers. And that was in July, August. That was mid of August. And then at the end of September, for some God knows what reason, Instagram decided that they need to confirm my identity. And they just disabled my second account when I barely have more than 10 posts on it. So people whom I kept in touch with during that period again was lost. Super annoying. Hence why I've been off the radar, and I've had people messaging me on WhatsApp. So sweet of them. If I was okay, what I've been up to. They've been losing track of where I am because I'm basically in a new country every other week. And I realized that, on hindsight, I've invested so much time and energy and money into Instagram. And one day they just decided to, disappear. And there's nothing I can do because they're such a big corporation and there's no one to speak to. And I'm not the only one that has this experience. There were many bloggers that also had their Instagram taken from them, which is why I advocate so much on having your own platform and having an email list. So coming to with no Instagram, I told my story to everyone and really tried to drive home the point that you need to have your own platforms. But it's been a nice 3 days. Has it been 3 days? It's been so hectic because we did a fam trip in Sopot, which was all very pampering. And then getting to meet a new bunch of creators that this time is not UK based, but more like female solidarity. So it was really nice, and getting to meet all these people from Wonderful in person. I have been like contributing to their platforms quite a bit during the pandemic, and some of those attendees, they actually recognize me from my contributions in the past, which is really nice because coming to these events make me feel like I am so old in the industry already. Ever since starting my blog in 2015 and just blogging on my own, people recognize my name here and there online. So it's really nice, and like it feels like coming home to me.